All right. We're back. It's Circling Back podcast. My name is Dave. Live in studio before a live studio audience, recording the Circling Back podcast. Joining me producing, it's Randy Trebacki.
Hi, Dave.
Took a cocky sip of water.
Let's get ready for Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Good chemistry we got, me and you right now.
Yeah. I'm leaving in all of maybe 10 hours, and I'm out of here off to Northwest Indiana. And the cold hellscape it is.
Okay.
You sound
really
excited to go.
Painting a picture there.
It's going to be a low of 12 at some point during that week.
Well, here's a guy who's joining me, looking good in a washed media out of office cap, a rowback polo that I don't know that I've seen before, but I like it.
It's called Man's Best Friend. These are all dogs. You can't really tell.
Straight up.
But if you get close, you tell the pattern is dogs.
Okay. About as close as he'll ever get to having that dog in him. It's Dillon Shivery.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, physically, I'm here podcasting.
Are you checked out too?
Mentally, I'm just gone off that tryptophan. No, I'm ready to go, man. I'm psyched for today's episode.
I'm sorry. It's like you're pre-gone?
I'm gone off that trypto. Yeah.
You haven't had turkey, but you are like, you're...
Mentally, I'm gone off the trypto.
I feel like the tryptophan coma is overrated. I feel like it has more to do with like the fact that you just ate like 1,200 calories, including like starches and sugars.
I don't know how your family does it. We usually get the champagne rolling, before dinner is even like close to being ready. So
yeah,
we're just cruising after that trypto hits, where it's like
for real.
It's nap time for your boy.
Dude, I'm just gone off that crypto, fam.
Okay, that's good.
Hey, hold on a sec. Look at the screen.
Oh my God,
it's Will DeFreeze.
Hey guys, how's it going? I'm coming
fella.
to you live from my parents' basement in northern Michigan. I'm sitting on an old leather couch with my feet propped up on a mattress that's sitting on the floor that I've been sleeping on while I'm here. But it's good to see some familiar faces.
We sure miss you, pal.
No, you don't.
Man,
I know you don't. I think
Basements.
I think what Dave said is actually absolutely correct. I think that tryptophan is big tryptophan is really on one.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the only reason you get tired is because you just ate the biggest meal of the year and have been sitting around drinking all day. I don't think it has anything to do with anything in the turkey.
The amino acids.
The amino acids.
Right.
Okay.
I think it's an amino acid. I don't know. Double check that, Jamie.
The elusive. Oh my gosh! I just got the word. What room are you in?
Basement.
Basement.
The Western room. I'm in the Western room though. You want a little tour?
That us Texans just don't know about. Yeah, give us can you pan real quick? Show us what a basement, like a real basement, looks like in the Midwest.
Yeah. So we out here.
Okay.
If you look over here, this is like a wall. It's got some Western stuff on it.
God, you're just underground right now.
Very cool.
Yeah, just kind of underground. My dad actually has a ton of stuff down here because he's famously a cowboy. And he's got a picture on the wall over here that's just him standing next to a horse, and under it just says horse guy.
That's
so
huge.
Sick.
I know. I'm thinking I'm trying to figure out how much I can steal from this room and sneak back in my suitcase so that I can create my own Western room and have my own midlife crisis of becoming a cowboy.
I like it.
Yeah, you're getting there.
I'm thinking about becoming a landman.
Is an amino acid. Good job, Dave.
Thanks, Randy.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that.
Randy rang the bell for me.
What's an amino acid?
Trypto. Yeah.
Dillon and I, the only experience we have in a basement is just being on bows and toes.
Yeah.
Sadly.
That's unfortunately very true.
Why do only frat houses have basements in Texas?
It's not, but the weird, because the house that we're referring to allegedly was built into like the side of a hill-ish. Not built into it, but that's built on a hill. So really it's just the first level that was just.
It's not technically underground, but it is under the house, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Like the parking lot is in the backyard and you walk up and you could walk right up into the basement or walk up some steps to a deck and then there's your floor one of the house technically.
It's more accurate to just call it underneath the house, probably.
Yeah.
But it gives basement, and it's where the hazing went down.
Well, I mean, because it's been
Allegedly.
like cold and rainy here and we got two young boys who need to get energy out, I haven't really had much to do with them other than make them do bows and toes in the basement. And so I'm trying to allow that tradition to live on over Thanksgiving here.
Throw in some wall sits.
Get the quads burning.
Yeah, I mean, my 1-year-old's not really very good at standing up, so maybe a wall sit would actually work well. He can just prop himself up.
Remember getting your picture taken down there? Did y'all do that?
No.
So there was this, for whatever reason, there was this water spout that came down through the floor above you, and it just sprayed water at a high velocity. And
What did it sound like?
You would stand in front of it, and they're like, all right, time to get your picture taken. And they would just blast you with water in your face. It's like, I don't know what this is doing, but okay. It's honestly one of the more pleasant hazing activities that went down.
Turns out it was just some guy's piss.
No, it was water.
Nah, it wasn't piss.
I
I
did
don't
get,
even know.
someone did pee on my legs when I was doing bows and toes when I was down there one time.
Or did
You
they
know
just
him.
warm up a water bottle and squirt it on you? Did you see Crank?
I didn't see Crank,
Did you see Crank
Okay.
or not, man? Answer the question.
but the guy who did it, I think may have been, well, I'll tell you after. You definitely know the guy.
Well, hey, I know a guy. I want to give a big shout out. It's a happy birthday to Jonathan. How old do you think Jonathan is, if you had to guess?
Who's Jonathan?
I think he's 28.
Can we start there?
192 years old.
Oh.
He's a giant tortoise.
Oh.
Oh, Jonathan. Oh, wow. He's been around. He's around for the Civil War.
You could name a number of historical events. 1832, to be exact, was the DOB.
He was in his 40s.
Well,
No,
couldn't he technically
30s.
live forever if put in a vacuum?
Yeah, if you could find a Dyson big enough and you just put him in there, he would just live forever. It wouldn't be
you're-
an exciting life, but
Do you even celebrate your birthdays if you just live forever?
great question. It's a question we haven't had to answer as a species yet, to our knowledge.
Man.
Did he fight
mean,
in
have
the
you
Civil
seen-
War?
I'm sorry, did the box turtle, the box tortoise?
What side was he on?
I need to know.
He's actually British. He's English.
Yeah, how racist is this
Sorry.
turtle?
I mean,
Um,
look, Taylor Smith
did
has Taylor Swift has added an addendum to her lyrics about Jonathan the turtle. That's how racist.
Oh,
Actually, he's a
wow.
tortoise. I got to clarify that.
Have you seen Brian Johnson, his most recent tweet about his core body temperature?
This is the guy with the blood transfusion, like just all trying to maximize his penis, and not the Liver King.
Correct.
I have
Correct.
not.
He currently he had a resting body temperature of 93 degrees the other night because he said that he's just essentially cold plunging 24 hours a day.
That's too long.
That feels like it's too much.
They typically tell you 3 to 5 minutes, right?
I just think it's weird that some of y'all are out here lowering your core temperature under 94 degrees.
So what does that do for him?
You know what, David? I have no idea.
that
I
doesn't
have
seem like
truly
it's
no
safe.
clue why he's doing this.
Isn't his whole bit like trying to get like the hardest boner? And like I feel like a cold plunge would not do that.
I think he's just trying to reverse age. But if being in a if you have to live your entire life just cold plunging all the time to stay alive, that doesn't exactly sound like a life worth living to me.
Maybe he's challenging himself to get a boner while in the cold plunge.
It's never been done.
That would be quite the feat.
No, it's not your feet; it's your penis.
That would be quite the penis.
That would be pretty impressive. That would
Yeah,
be.
I don't know where the science is there.
He also tweeted, "Bad health is poverty"
Okay.
on November
Okay.
24th.
I don't really want to dig into that.
I don't either.
Must be nice.
That's not a nice thing to say.
I don't really understand. Well, maybe I do want to dig into it. What's he talking
If you
about?
don't have the means, I guess you can't achieve the things that he's achieving. Maybe he's something along the lines of that.
I typically have to work a little bit, which is why I don't spend the entirety of my day in a cold plunge.
Yeah, I
Otherwise,
don't have
I would.
unlimited funds as a billionaire to just like hire people to make me age in reverse and cook all my meals while I sit in a cold plunge all day.
But it would be cool. That
It'd be
would be
kinda
tight.
dope.
It would be. Hey, you know what was dope last week on Friday about 7 a.m. when our newsletter went out? You can go to wash.substack.com and you can sub it. You should do it. You got 3 blogs.
It's actually, I'll be honest, the length of that newsletter, people got to be pumped when that thing comes in.
If you have 4 to 8 minutes to kill, it's perfect. I don't know how
No,
fast
it's
you
like
guys read.
that's like a 12-minute read.
I don't read that fast.
I read quicker than anybody.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I don't read for context. I'm just like trying to get through it. It didn't serve me well in school. No, you're right. It is probably more a 10 to 12 minutes. John,
Substack will tell you on watch.substack.com.
go sub. Do it every week. Also, You should watch the show. Go to youtube.com/circling back. Give us a sub. We also do a little thing called Dillon's Track House
Ooh.
over at Washed Media's YouTube, and that won't be dropping this Thursday because I assume you're going to be doing Thanksgiving.
I'll be gone off the trip though. Yeah.
Right.
So
Wait, you're not going to go in the studio on Thanksgiving and play Golden Tee?
I've decided. I was weighing my options. I've decided to spend it with my family instead of being here alone on Thanksgiving Day.
I think that's fair.
Thank you.
Dave and I approve the absence.
Yeah, that'll work. You recently had a good round, right? Last week, a couple weeks ago.
A couple weeks ago, yeah, 31 under.
I feel like that didn't have the fanfare. You need to be promoting that more, like telling people, look what I did.
All-time low for your boy.
All-time low.
2 hole-in-ones, right? Two hole-in-ones?
Personal low. Yeah, and they're both on par fours, actually.
2 holes in ones?
On par fours.
On par 4?
Kim Jong-dorn over here.
Yeah, you don't see that.
Wow.
No one's doing that, actually.
Pretty impressive stuff.
Thanks, man.
Ooh. I mean, like, I am champing at the bit. You might be chomping at the bit to talk about these Christmas sweaters. We got a prototype in today, or a design in. We've got one more we're trying to work out, and they're going to launch. They're already up. Can you just tell the folks at home?
We have several of them up, yes. The one that we have in the chamber, I believe Dave is referring to, it could be my favorite.
We'll just let the people see. We'll give you a tease, though. You're going to like the way you look. I guarantee it.
Washedmedia.shop is where you will find these sweaters.
I'm looking at the new design now, and I think Jet and Pookie will be very happy with what's going on here.
I think so, too. We should tag them in it, get it on their red. Ooh, it's now in colorized. I see.
Yeah.
Very sick.
Yeah, we're cooking now, baby.
Should have seen it.
No one's doing Jet and Pookie holiday sweaters.
Nah, you just don't see that.
I don't even think they're doing them.
God.
That's an impressive lineup.
This is my favorite.
Imagine
This
not
is
getting a
definitely
pants milk one and
This is-
explaining it to your parents.
Absolutely my favorite one that we've done.
You show
Yeah, but
up. You haven't
If your
seen
dad's a
your
real
cousins.
frat star, he knows.
Oh yeah, your dad'll know. But like you got some like GDI cousin. Everybody's got a GDI cousin.
That's embarrassing, but yeah, true.
He's like, what is that? What's
Yeah.
it all on the shirt? Well, he's pouring milk down his fucking pants, dude. What do you think?
Figure it out, pal.
He's like, why isn't he pouring it in his mouth? Well, because he's done so much of that he's bored. Now he wants to pour the milk down his pants, which is the only way to consume. God, that's good. We sold a good amount of those too. Go to
Good.
Washed.
I want pants milk to be our top seller.
Nothing would make me happier. Washedmedia.shop. Does that sound good?
Sounds good to me, Dave.
All right, let's do it.
Bro, let's go out this weekend. There's a crazy event happening.
I like to turn up.
Bro, there's a crazy event happening.
Let's just go have fun and let go of it.
Little Woodrows, let's go.
That's right. We're recapping this weekend in fun, presented by our good friends at Aura Frames. Aura Frames. How about that? I'm gonna be giving out a few Aura Frames on Christmas. What is an Aura Frame, Dillon? It's a digital picture frame. It's the best thing you can give out during the holidays, in my opinion.
I am going to be heading to Utah soon to meet Chelsea's family. It's where they live, and we're going to gift her mother an Aura frame that is already preloaded with pictures.
How about that?
Pretty excited for it.
So I'm obviously staying at my parents' house for Thanksgiving right now. In the middle of their kitchen, they have an Aura frame that I gifted them last year. And every single time I'm in the kitchen, I'm just getting roasted by my mom for not adding enough photos to it. She absolutely loves this thing. She is making fun of me because my sister puts more photos on it for her. And so now I have to up my Aura game. I need more positive Aura. But like, I mean, it's amazing the real estate that this owns in the kitchen. It's just front and center.
Does she know that it's extremely user-friendly, and then she, too, could add pictures to the Aura frame?
She does. She takes screenshots of people's Instagram stories that my kids or me are in, and then she uploads them so you can see who was posting it. It's very mother.
That's very sweet. Yeah.
What if I told you that Wirecutter called it the best digital photo frame?
I'd believe it. Yeah.
Well, that's what
I believe it too. And they're a New York Times publication, so they've done some research on other digital picture frames.
Check it out, Will. For a limited time, visit auraframes.com. That's AURA frames.com and get $45 off Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames by using promo code CIRCLING at checkout. That's AURA frames.com, promo code CIRCLING. This exclusive Black Friday Cyber Monday deal is their best of the year, so don't miss out. Terms and conditions apply. Check them out. Aura Frames. Who wants to go first? Who's feeling?
Let Dilly Dog go first, like normal.
You're Dilly Dog. You go.
All right, Dilly Dog's going to go first. I'm going to skip Friday because it was just a low-key night at the crib. Didn't do a whole lot. Saturday was a big, big day for the Chivalry family. Went to the Texas football game with the fam, and that includes my sister, my brother-in-law, my father, my son Parks, and Chelsea. We all went to the game, Texas versus Kentucky. And it started off, we got to see Parks run onto the field. I didn't personally because I had to wait at the exit, which was on the northeast side of the stadium, inside the stadium.
Oh, no. Did he get arrested?
He did not get arrested. This was an organized run with kids 7 to 12 years old.
Thank God.
And he got to walk through the tunnel where the players come out.
That's sick.
Yeah. He said, I got to see some players. He was very pumped for that.
Yeah.
He saw Bevo down there and everything. He was psyched. He got a video of it.
What's up, Parks?
Hey, Pork.
How does Bevo talk?
I think you nailed it.
Heard you
So that was cool.
the bat on the ball.
How did Bevo know about that?
He listens to the show. I don't
Okay.
know.
Yeah. He's
So that
pretty
was
deep
great.
into baseball recruiting.
That was great. And then, watched the game. Weather was fantastic. Texas took home another W. They're just stacking them at this point, 10-1. No big
they had
deal.
some losses that are just making their life a lot easier.
Huh?
Some losses in the SEC making
That's
Texas'
true
life
too.
a lot easier.
Yeah, just keep winning. Everything's on the table for Texas right now. You just got to keep winning. Got a big one coming up next weekend. And that was great, man. And then after that, sadly, I had to say goodbye to Parks because he went to California with his mother and his stepdad, and they'll be there until next Saturday. They get back next Saturday night. So I'm without him for Thanksgiving. Very sad about that, unfortunately. But it was a good weekend overall. And I now yield my time to one of these other gentlemen in the room.
How dope would
Or
it be if
in Michigan.
Colin Simmons or, I don't know, I'm trying to think of like a marquee player on Texas. So just ran out on the field like holding Parks like Simba.
That would be pretty
He's
sick.
Juby sliding with Parks in his arms.
That would be
That would
pretty
be
sick.
dope.
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
dope. Willie.
Oh, man. I mean, Friday was travel day for us. And I don't know if you've ever gone in northern Michigan before, but it's a full day of travel. 2 kids, just absolute chaos the entire time. When we arrived in Michigan, obviously the first thing I did was go downtown and get a saran wrap sandwich from the liquor store. Had to. Major shout out Gurney's. Whole squad was buzzing once that saran wrap hit the table.
I can imagine. Yeah.
Went out to a little farm. You might have saw, I tweeted the photo of Fritz out on the farm, just absolutely bundled up, getting a fit off. But we have this farm that's like 10 minutes out of town. And they have all these activities for kids and stuff. You can just kind of mob out there. And they've got a bunch of beers and like wines and ciders that they do on property. Your boy got a little wild with it and had a basil pilsner. It was a pilsner infused with basil. Does that sound like something you drink, Dillon?
Yeah. I would certainly try it.
It was pretty darn good. I ran it back and had another one, but
Oh.
just an absolute delight. And then yesterday was just a big Sunday. Hung out with my parents all day. We had a Christmas tree outside that we decorated with, Fritz Man, who was just absolutely buzzing. We had Christmas movies going all day. We had the holiday ripping last night. It was an absolute pleasure to watch the 10-1 Lions just stomp out another team.
Mm-hmm.
There's a palpable buzz in the state of Michigan for this Lions team. Like everyone is fired up on it. Everyone's talking about it. Went to a bar yesterday for lunch. They just had a food truck there, and like every single person in the bar was wearing Lions gear. And like the second the Lions game came on, every TV turned. Like it's never been like that before. It's always been like this foot dragging, like depressing, just not fun environment to watch the Lions. And to have it like this is like it's incredible. I've never experienced anything like it.
Ride this high, man. This is a really, really good football team.
I keep telling myself, do not take this for granted. Like it's never like this for you. Just really enjoy it. Have low expectations because they're already exceeding expectations. But like, it's getting harder and harder to not buy a plane ticket to New Orleans.
Oh,
Wow.
I know you guys want the Lions to make the Super Bowl so we can justify going to New Orleans and going out in in February.
Oh no,
I've been
not a
thi-
trip to New Orleans.
Been thinking about that a lot actually, because I had a backer reach out asking about the place we went off and did a brunch for Micah's bachelor party, Galatoire's.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I went back through my phone and was looking at photos from that lunch. I guess lunch technically, whatever. And that was like a top 2 bachelor party like experience. Just that lunch. That was pretty fun.
Well, I had a bit of a jump scare the other day because I don't know who it was, but somebody was in New Orleans and they posted a photo of a menu. And I was like, I think I know this restaurant. And then I realized that it was the restaurant where Micah and I ordered a pig head together.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That was
I'm
so
sorry.
disgusting.
I had the same reaction as you, Dave. I was like, oh, yeah, that's why I know this place. I can't be eating pig heads with Micah.
Yeah, there was a couple misses on that bachelor party, and that was one, the pig head.
A lot
And
of makes, though.
yeah,
lot of makes.
more makes than misses. I mean, I did get COVID famously.
Oh, yeah, we were like 14 for 15 from the field on that.
Yeah, it was percentage wise, we were killing it. Well, good.
Mitch Richmond.
Yes.
Dillon rage quit halfway through.
I only lost my wallet 2 times on that trip, so overall, I'm pretty
That's
successful.
good. That's good.
What'd that boy get into?
Man, Friday evening, I grabbed a beer. I grabbed a beer at the Dead Rabbit.
Oh,
I went.
Yeah.
I went. A lot of people were like, whoa, what's that place you posted? What's the Dead Rabbit House?
who'd you go with?
I met our buddy Ryan. Had some catching up to do, and we went and had a beer there. And I got to tell you, that bar's dope. I have not been to the New York City bar, New York City location, but this one is on 6th Street, which is like, I don't really, not a 6th Street guy typically. Right
Not the
across.
best location.
It's not, but it is right across from the Driscoll, which
Well, people rave about the New York one so much that like I'm just psyched that we have some skin in the game down here in Austin.
it's cool. And it's, as you can see, if you follow me on Instagram at DC Ruff, I posted a story, and it's extremely Christmas friendly right now. Extremely
Love that.
so.
Is it overly Christmassy? Like
No.
are they pouring it on too much too early, or
No.
is it like just cozy Christmas vibes?
It's I would say it's giving cozy.
Okay. Did you do a nitro or a turbo Guinness?
Oh man, I let a lot of people down. Here's the deal. Here's what happened.
No.
I did order Guinness. I did think about ordering a turbo Guinness. By the way, that reel's doing really well. Shout out to Randy and
Dude, hell
Adam.
yeah.
But our waitress immediately let us know, like, she's like, this is my second day here, da da da. And I didn't want to order. I didn't do it. I bitched out. I was like, I don't really want to deal with this. It's gonna be like, I could tell it was gonna be like an issue. We were sitting at a table. So anyway, I did not. And I let everybody
Okay.
down. I know I let people down. I let Texas Dives down. Absolutely stunted on us. He actually made one at home. I don't know if you saw his post yesterday.
I
but
didn't see his yet, actually. I'm jealous.
It looked delightful.
I've been deleting Guinness up here. It was my sit around the house all day, drink a choice yesterday. But I spoke with Lucas Dolingowski, our friend at the Trash Pandas.
Okay.
And he's a Manchester United supporter. And so he went out to watch the game the other day and did a turbo Guinness with 2 shots of espresso in it. And he said it was delightful.
Two
Shots.
shots of espresso, please.
That's super
2
turbo.
espresso shots, please.
I had a backer send me him doing turbo Guinness as well. So and he said it was quite delightful as too. So Dave, I don't know what your problem was.
You think you're better than me?
Yeah.
You do, don't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, I fucked. Look, I'll do one today, maybe. How about that?
No, you won't.
Where do I go? Do you think Snooze has Guinness?
You're not going to do it, man.
We'll see about it. It's my off day. It's a recovery day. Just trying to keep these DOMs away. What else? I started a new show. I figured if I'm not already doing like 2 Taylor Sheridan shows, I may as well just hop into Lioness. It's pretty good. Are you guys familiar? You guys?
No.
Could I interest you in some CIA? I don't know, like a CIA kill team that's like doing fucking missions in Syria and shit.
Yeah, that sounds pretty sick.
Yeah, it's
actually.
pretty sick. Zoe's out. What's her name? Zoe
Saldana?
Saldana. Yeah,
Oh.
she's in it. Big fan. It's a good show. It's a good show. Saturday was a nice, fun, low key day. We did our walk. We've moved beyond doing the scooter with our oldest. He is now just wanting to tote the wagon. He has a wagon, just a classic one that he likes to bring, which is fine. It slows us down a little bit. Really hard to get a rhythm when you're toting a wagon, but whatever.
I know how that feels.
Randy, you get it. I didn't want to call you out by name, but you are toting. Yeah, everybody knows that about you. Watched some ball. Watched a lot of ball actually. Sunday. People are wondering, Dave, where are you at on the Cowboys? Well, you're going to hear about
Dave.
it on Too Much Dip. Yes, Rick.
Dave, I have a question for you. Where are you at on the Cowboys?
I'm so glad you asked. I decided I am not going to let this team run by this just absolute just butthead of an owner
That's a good way to describe it.
ruin my Sunday and control my life. So I went to the gym, missed kickoff, got home. Wow. Got home like somewhere in the second quarter. Yeah, I checked in on the score, and I was like, okay. I watched a little bit of the game. I watched a lot of the second half on my phone, pretty much all of it. So it did kind of control my Sunday, but they fucking won. I was like, okay. Don't know how I feel about this, but it was more funny. It was a comical game if you watched it. It's funny to beat a division rival, the hated Commanders.
The last 5 minutes were
Electric.
a very wild ride.
Electric City.
Yeah.
Did that, and then I'm going to talk about this later. Austin lost a good one over the weekend. The Great Eisenhower's Bar on Rainey Street. Yesterday was the last day that bar was operating. So I went by there late afternoon. Had exactly, I had three. I had 3 Guinness. Damn it.
Shit.
Went there for one,
You
had
had
3. Yeah, they're free. Went there, paid my respects. It was absolutely lit. But we want to give them a proper shout out because they've been. Well, Mike's a friend of ours, Mike Eisenhower, but also they've been a friend of the company and a friend of the previous company for years. Done many events there.
Yeah, I was bummed that I wasn't in town to go to the shutdown. I mean, we had our first ever meetup there. We had our 100th episode of Touching Base there.
It's true.
We've had other meetups there. I mean, it's been very good to us in the Wash Media family. I'm going to miss Eisenhower's.
Yeah, I am too. And we'll say I'll save Rainey Street talk for later. But yeah, so that was it. And then last night, went just continuing on the Taylor Sheridan weekend. A little Landman right into Yellowstone. Which man, I've got some takes. Are you in on Landman? Anybody in here watching it?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Considering
Our show of
jumping in.
choice up in Michigan so far has been the new season of the Great British Bake Off. And so Landman kind of got vetoed when I brought it up.
I would like you guys to watch it, but if you don't, I won't be that upset.
Okay, Landman or Penguin?
Penguin.
Penguin's good.
Okay.
Penguin, begrudgingly.
I kinda
You'll have
want-
more fun with Penguin.
I do want to laugh
Okay.
along with how everyone's making fun of Landman. I kind of want to just be in on the humor. And for that reason,
I know.
might be sold.
I want to watch it for the bit and just to make fun of it, but then I'm afraid I'm just going to really start liking it and to get defensive over it when people make fun of it because it'll eventually get made fun of by people.
Yeah, and that's the thing. There's some good in it too, but then there's some stuff that just veers off course. You're like, wait, what are we doing? Whatever.
You're just a landman.
I know.
Hey,
This guy does
I'm a
everything.
landman.
I'm a landman.
I'm just a landman.
I don't know. I gotta say, for the amount of shows that Taylor Sheridan writes, creates in a year, I don't know how he does it. The guy's truly built different.
I don't get it. I think he uses AI more than people are willing to admit.
People are saying he's spreading himself a little too thin. Thus the Landman script.
Maybe.
Maybe he's on Ozempic.
Right. Yeah. Maybe that's what it is.
Did you ever think about that?
No, I hadn't considered that.
All right. Well, I've got an exciting PSA for anybody who rents. First of all, our good friends at Built. If you haven't heard of Built, you're about to thank me. Okay? Earning points on rent is now a reality when you pay your rent through Built. You don't even have to check with your landlord to start earning points that you can use toward flights, hotels, fitness classes, Dillon, and even your next rent payment. Let me break it down for you. You like fitness?
Love fitness, yes.
Okay. If you're a renter, I'd start taking advantage of Built if I were you. You want to earn points on all that stuff? You can do it through Built. There's no cost to join Built. And as a member, you'll earn valuable points on rent and on your everyday spending. Built points can be transferred to your favorite hotels and airlines, and even the ones you haven't heard of. There are over 500 airlines and 700,000 hotels and properties around the world you can redeem your Built points toward. Does that shock you? 500 airlines? That seems like a ton.
It's a lot of
It's
airlines.
a lot of airlines.
There's always
a lot of airlines.
that number blows my mind, but that's so dope.
Dillon, can you name 500 airlines right now?
I can name like 4.
Okay.
Okay.
So no is to answer your question.
You got a lot of work to do, cowboy.
Yeah, I think so too.
Points can also be redeemed towards a future rent payment and unique experiences that only Built members can access. So if you're not earning points on rent, my question to you is, why not? Why? Start earning points on rent you're already paying by going to joinbuilt.com/steam. That's joinbilt.com/steam. Check it out. Joinbuilt.com/steam to start earning points on your rent payments today. Well, somebody got puked on. Dillon, was it you?
I did not get puked on.
Okay.
Will, was it you?
Hi, I got puked on. You know how I've been on a kind of a tough run lately when it comes to flight attendants?
Yes.
Like, I don't think I've done anything bad. If anything, I think I'm playing scared and they can sense it from me that like I'm being overly polite. I'm really trying to get in their good graces. I haven't even been ordering drinks that much on planes lately because I'm trying to dehydrate myself so I don't have to get tinkies off the entire time.
Right.
Maybe that's coming off as cold to them. But the other day, my streak continued. I don't even blame the flight attendant for what she did, but it hurt when this happened. We're sitting there on the flight. I've got my son sleeping next to me. He's got his head on my lap, and everything's going fine. If anything, I was waiting for the other shoe to drop because, as you may know, flying with kids, kids make a lot of things really great in life. Like most things are enhanced by having a kid. Something that is not enhanced by having a kid is air travel. It's like it just makes it you're raw dogging every flight and just defending everyone else on the plane from your toddler.
That really is a great way to describe it.
I didn't even bust out headphones. Like it was just like, no, I am on damage control duty the entire time. And so my oldest son, Fritz, was sleeping with his head on my lap. And I'm like, man, this is going too well. Like I got Planet Earth going right now. I'm watching it on mute on the screen in front of me. Like this is way too chill. Something bad's about to happen. Sally taps me and she goes, all right, I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick. The second Sally turns around, I look down and there's just puke everywhere, all over the plane. I'm like, okay, what do I do here? Fritz just threw up everywhere. He's got like total motion sickness. He's totally delirious. Start going in the puke bag. And I'm like, oh, I actually can just hit that button that calls the flight attendant over for help. So I push the button and I see the flight attendant look over at my seat from the front of the plane. And I start gesturing like, please, quick. Like the faster we get rid of this stuff, the faster or the better it will be for everybody involved. Like we don't want it to sit here for a while. She looks at me and makes eye contact with me while I'm waving her and gesturing her over. And just does one of those things where when you lock eyes with someone you don't know in public and you just kind of look away.
I know very well.
She hit me with one of those and I was like, you know what? I get it. She knows she sees that we're the 4-person family with 2 young kids. She probably knows that something bad's going on. She's probably the first class flight attendant and we're not sitting there. So like I'm like chopped liver to her. Finally they come over with like a bunch of wipes and stuff. And this is something I just learned on a plane. Did you know that the flight attendants, or at least on Delta, are not allowed to take puke? So they gave us a giant plastic bag to put all of our stuff in, including like the wipes and stuff like that I had cleaned up everything with. And we had to bring it off the plane ourselves and go throw it away in the airport. They're not allowed to take a bag of puke from you and throw it away themselves.
Is that something that they bargained for, like when they were like their labor union? Like they're like, all right, fine, we'll take that. You take away some of our PTO, but no more puke.
Yeah,
we're not handling
I would understand
puke.
it. I would understand that bargaining tactic from a flight attendant.
Wait, they can't take it, but can they help you clean it up at least?
She kind of helped clean it up. She honestly, the best thing she did was that she gave me like an entire pack of wipes. Like didn't even like think about it. It was a better gesture than her like leaning over and trying to help me. She just threw me like a huge stack of wipes and I just went to town from there.
Bonus wipes.
I just would recommend if you're traveling this holiday season to avoid getting puked on at all costs.
Okay, I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah, it's just not ideal for a lot of reasons. You know, when you have to spend the rest of the day just walking around with the smell of puke on your leg, it's just not like the best scenario ever.
Are we talking like loud puke? Is he a loud puke?
Yes.
Because I don't puke very often, but I am a notorious loud puker.
You know, it was not quiet, but I think like me opening the bag and I was probably the loud one being like, no, throw up in here. No, in here. Throw up in here. Like no one wants to hear that when you're just sitting on your flight, you know, going from Austin to Detroit. And I had one of my absolute boys in the back of the plane who I hadn't seen in a long time, ran into him in the Austin airport, like totally random. And I was like, oh man, he knows that I'm just going through it right now. Gave me a little knowing head nod when we said goodbye after the flight. Like, dude, good luck out there.
Poor little fella.
Oh,
I know.
sick.
I know. He's fine now. He's a ball of energy. If anything, the reason I have to leave this episode early today is going to be because he's such a ball of energy that I need to figure out what the hell to do.
Are there like sympathetic people around? Like kind of like,
Yes.
oh.
Yes. There's like this thing online that I've talked about before where people like will hand out gift bags when they're traveling with kids to the people around them to like say sorry. I think it's the dumbest thing in the world. No one should apologize for traveling with kids. But like what I've realized is that if it's an older person, especially someone that has kids or has grandchildren or something like that, like everyone is so helpful. Everyone like wants you to have the best experience of all time. So many old people just smile when your kid like runs by and you think they're being an absolute terror. And in reality, like all these people are like, oh, that's so sweet. Oh, they're going to grandma's house. Like they're so excited.
I see a family on a plane like that. I'm just like, man, all the best to those parents because I know this is not going to be the most pleasant experience of their lives. Even on a good flight, when the kids behave and they don't get sick, they still have the anxiety of something going south quickly.
Oh, that's all I have. It's just coursing through my veins. I saw a family flying. It was a 4-person family, 2 young kids, and 2 dogs. I was just like, you are built so much differently than me. I cannot imagine flying with 2 dogs without 2 kids or like it's just a lot.
Dogs in little crates or big dogs that are just there?
Dillon, some of the biggest dogs I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't even know what the breed was, but these things were imposing, large, huge
How
dogs.
are you allowed to even
Irish
do that
wolfhounds?
these days? Do they have to be service animals?
I mean, I think so. I don't really know what the rules are these days, but like, I don't know what you do if one of these giant dogs has to take a mondo in the airport. I mean, this thing's gonna stink it up like it's a horse and carriage.
You gotta think about that.
They just stand in the aisle? Like, what's the situation?
I don't know. They weren't on our flight. They were just waiting in line at Starbucks, and I was just in amazement that people were willing to travel with 2 horses and 2 toddlers.
Maybe you got to buy them a seat.
You might.
You might have to. Might have to, dude.
Huh.
Yeah, I feel like most passengers now, they're probably relieved that all they had to worry about on their plane was like a little boy like crying or a baby crying or a kid puking instead of like, oh, I don't know, some dude who mixed Ambien and like 1 vodka soda and just dropped his pants and just took a whiz everywhere, or just an all-out brawl on the plane. They're like, hey, you know what? I'll take crying baby, sick kid to fist fight involving like 4 different rows anytime. They didn't have to turn the plane around, anything. So that's actually pretty nice change of pace for people.
When traveling alone now, like for work, for whatever, like without a kid, it's like you're playing with just like borrowed time. It's like the only time I can actually read a book or like watch a series that I've talked about wanting to watch on Circling Back for the last 3 months. Watching Shogun, I haven't watched an episode of Shogun since because I haven't had like the time to dedicate to it. Just like sitting at home wanting to watch something with that many subtitles.
Yeah.
But shout out to me for recommending it to people before I finished season 1.
You were ground floor Shogun guy. You don't
No
miss.
one is talking about that.
Will does not miss.
I needed an improper glazing at that moment, so I'll take it.
I'm still mad that you haven't jumped back into it.
It's okay. I actually asked Sally I actually asked her yesterday, hey, any opportunity to jump into Shogun that you want to take? Because I think I need to rewatch the first couple episodes anyway at this point. Where's my sheep?
I gave up on it too. I don't know why. I liked it. I just didn't love it. Didn't grab me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Dave. I know it's disappointing.
It's fine. It's fine.
Don't worry, Dave. I loved it so much. I went to Japan.
Randy, you fucking rule. You bought a sword.
Not a katana.
Yeah, whatever. It's a fucking sword. You own a sword.
It's a sword, dude.
Most people don't,
True.
but you do.
I don't know. I don't know the difference between a normal sword and a katana.
Maybe you
God.
should finish.
I bet I could do it if there was like two there and someone said, "What's the sword? What's the katana?"
Oh man, I bet if we ever started selling swords, we would use Shopify.
Oh, I would use I mean, I think you'd be foolish not to use Shopify for any online selling needs. Honestly,
Do you remember life before Shopify? I don't.
no.
It's the best. We're all about it. That you know what? We plugged our shop earlier. Washmedia.shop. Guess what? Shopify. It's a Shopify joint. How about that, Will?
I don't understand how people couldn't take us seriously when we literally use the product to do our selling online. There's so many things you can do with it. Like you just make a website, you build a template, you take one of their pre-built templates and just modify it, upload your logo, and suddenly you got a professional site.
Damn.
Do you know they have Shop Pay?
That's
I
crazy.
mean, it just makes conversions crazy. You can just do whatever you want. I mean, you're just selling so much stuff, and people are buying so much stuff because it's just so easy to check out.
Upgrade your business and get the same checkout we use with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/circling, all lowercase. $1. Why don't we just go try it out, Hoss? Go and get you a Shopify.
People are trying to get out of that rat race and start their own businesses at a rapid clip right now. I don't see a reason why $1 for a website is not like the best deal you can get.
It seems like a good investment. It really does. Go to shopify.com/circling to upgrade your selling today. Shout out to our good friends at Shopify. Well. Somebody done went and saw a movie. Did you go see it in DFX or whatever? RDF?
4DX. I did not.
4DX.
It is available in 4DX. I will point that out. But
40X sounds like a workout plan.
if I went to a 4DX without Parkson and told him I went to 4DX, he would be very disappointed and very mad at me. So we just saw it in regular 2D. Kind of lame. Yeah, I saw Gladiator 2 yesterday with Chels.
So wait, your chair didn't like turn upside down and spin around like Tommy Lee on the drum kit?
I didn't get tossed around in my chair this time. It just
Okay.
reclined very comfortably.
He was on the Sibian.
Okay.
That
Gee.
is just too far. It's Thanksgiving week, dude.
Come
People
on.
are with their
Considering how
families.
much I got tossed around in my seat for Red One, I'd imagine this would be quite a ride. There's so much, as you can imagine, so much violence, so much fighting in this.
A lot of blood?
This is a movie. I mean, out of all the movies that have come out recently, this is the movie that I'm most excited to see since Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah, it's really, really good. It's really, really good. I was texting with Sauce this morning about it, and he asked me if it was as good as the first Gladiator. I'm not ready to say that.
There's no way.
I'm not ready to say that.
No.
But it definitely, it does number one justice. Like it holds up. It's very, very good. I don't want to give away any plot points here. But there's a very obvious one that I feel like I should have known going into the movie, and I had learned it during the movie instead. And can I say, if you look up the characters' names on the IMDb, it says, like, the main guy, Paul Mescal, is the son of Maximus,
Son of Maximus.
Oh, okay. Okay.
like Russell Crowe's son.
That makes sense.
And he's in the first Gladiator. He was just the son of the princess, whatever her name was. Her name is, of course, is Lucilla, who's also in this one. Well, I didn't know that was his kid. I didn't know if I was supposed to know that going into this. If it was like, was that common knowledge in the first movie that was his son?
Not for me, but I also haven't seen the first movie in a long time.
Okay.
We were assigned a book in high school by our civics teacher or world history teacher. I got my worst grade ever in that class. We read Gladiator, the book that was based on the movie. And then in class, we just watched Gladiator one day, and it was just like brutal. Like, I mean, I think it's rated R. I was just like, are we allowed to be doing that? Should we be reading books based on movies first and foremost? And secondly,
No.
like, should we be watching this movie without like our parents even knowing?
There's decapitation in it.
There sure is. Yeah.
A lot of crazy violence.
Denzel, very good in this movie, as you can imagine. He was great.
Okay. Any other surprises you want to ruin?
How
You didn't
hot was
ruin
Paul
that first
Mescal in it?
How hot?
Yeah.
He's hot. He was very perfectly casted. His face, like we talked about this earlier, he has a very Greek-looking nose/face. Hopefully that's not offensive to our Greek folks out there. Very Greek-looking face.
Greek, eh?
Yeah. He was great. He's awesome. I had never seen him in anything before. What has he been in before this? Was he already a really big name? He was, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's been in a lot. I mean, like, he got really famous for being the male lead in Normal People on Hulu.
Yeah, I missed that.
It's not. I don't think you'd like it very much. Made me cry like pretty much every episode for some reason because
I'm in. Let's
I'm a
fucking
wimp.
cry.
One of the characters is so there are two emperors in this one, and I think it's unclear, but I think they're brothers. And the smaller, wimpier of the brothers, the actor's name is Fred Heckinger.
Fred Heckinger.
And man, he is the torpiest, most insufferable character. He knew the assignment. He's like, I'm supposed to be a very hateable character in this movie, and he absolutely crushed it.
Like his face.
He was just a little bitch in this movie, and it was pretty funny.
He's got straight up bitch face.
He's got bitch, dude. He was such a bitch in this movie. It's really funny. At one point, Chelsea and I looked over at each other and started laughing because he was just crying like a little bitch. It was funny. Anyway,
Okay.
Good movie. Just go see it. It's really, really good. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
Yeah. Look, if it has to do with ancient Rome, I'm in. Okay. I'm in.
Yeah, Pedro Pascal money in this movie.
Sure.
There wasn't he was the obvious cast for this movie. I mean, he was made for this kind of role. He was great.
I watched some shows. I mentioned this in my weekend in fun, but I'm in on Landman. In on it meaning I'm watching it, and yes, I've already. There's nothing they could do in the show that would make me just bail. I'm 3 deep. Alyssa and I are watching it together. So I don't know. I want you guys. I want y'all to watch it. It's not quite Yellowstone. It's not Yellowstone, meaning like that it hasn't. We're not at the point of like insane gunfights yet, just occurring in the streets of regular day life. That's not happening.
When I saw it was called Landman, there was a part of me that was thinking it would be like more historical and not present day. And then the first clip that I saw of it was that viral clip of, what's his name?
Billy Bob.
Billy Bob talking to his daughter. And I was like, oh, this looks like Friday Night Lights. Like, this is like,
Okay.
I mean, it's like, this is ridiculous.
So I want to give a few issues I have with the show, just structurally speaking. And if you haven't started it yet, feel free to skip this. But speaking of Friday Night Lights, the credits, the theme song of the show is extremely Friday Night Lightsy,
Okay.
and it doesn't fit the show at all. It doesn't make any sense as to why they do that. Like you have this scene and it's like, holy shit, cartel plane just crashed, a bunch of drugs or something. And then it like cuts to like the opening and it's like got that like kind of just like, hazy guitar. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That Friday
yeah.
Night Lights aura that you're like, it's not really, it is West Texas. It's in the patch, man. But it doesn't fit the show.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a world where I definitely watch this. I'm never going to pick up Yellowstone again, but I do kind of need my fix of like corny, Paramount Plus programming every once in a while. And I think this is enough of a fit for me that I want to be in.
Randy, we were discussing the young actress who plays Billy Bob Thornton's daughter this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice looking lady. Good actress, sure.
Very beautiful to me.
Very beautiful. Well, guess what, creep? She's in high school.
Well, her character is. The actual actress is
Nope.
27.
Nope.
That's true. She is 27 in real life.
Okay.
It's too old. They also do a thing in like the first or second episode when she gets involved that like, okay, she's hot. She dresses like she's hot. Everybody who like comes into contact with her is like, oh, this chick's hot, including like the men that Billy Bob shares a house with, like one of his oil and gas attorneys, like his petroleum engineers, like they all live in this big house in Midland. And they're all like, none of them are creeping on her, but they are all very aware that she's very hot. And like, that's part of the storyline. And you're just kind of like, all right, let's fucking calm down a little bit. It's weird. They kind of play up into it. And like one of the guys is like an old dude and he's like, oh Lord, you know, he's got the real like, yeesh, Lord help me now. She's so hot. Like that kind of
come
vibe
on.
to it. And you're like, why don't you just slow down? I mean, whatever. Her boyfriend is allegedly an ESPN. They say this is exactly what they say, like a top 50 high school recruit. He's a quarterback. He's a real stud, right? He's a jock. He's wearing his leather jacket, whole deal. And at one point, Billy Bob, like he's like, yeah, sir, I'm committed to Alabama. I'm going to Alabama.
Sick.
And he references Nick Saban, and Billy Bob's like, you know, Nick Saban retired, right? And it like blows his mind. And you're like, oh, you did the top 50 recruit just didn't know that the greatest coach of all time retired?
He was committed to go. He was committed there,
Yeah.
and he just thought he was gonna be playing for Nick Saban.
Yeah.
That's
a
big miss.
That's a big miss.
Come
That's just
on.
bad writing.
It's-
That's just not good
lazy
writing.
writing.
That doesn't happen. That does now maybe like a position coach or something. I don't know. Not Nick Saban, dude.
Yeah, that's pretty dumb.
So again, this is set in West Texas. Everybody's kind of a Tech fan. They reference Texas Tech quite a bit. You see a lot of Texas
Respect.
Tech tats and gear.
A lot
and
of
you're like,
square toes in the movie.
a lot of square toes in the show, and you're like, yeah, okay, they got this right. I will say Taylor Sheridan, who wrote Yellowstone, he's done a lot of great things. He did Sicario, one of my favorite movies. He's done a lot of great, but he's been doing this thing, and I don't know how far beyond Yellowstone and Landman go, but he likes to kind of toss in a little Taylor agenda in there. Meaning, like you're like watching, you're following this one storyline. You're like, oh man, interesting that these two characters in a truck together. I wonder where this is going. I wonder if they're going to go like find some clue that lets them know about this crash or whatever. And then like one of the he will write like the most generic dipshit, like liberal character who's like, you know, I think oil and gas is not good. It's like the ultimate straw man, and you're like, huh? And you're like, oh, you know exactly where it's going. You're like, oh, here we go. We're gonna,
Uh-huh.
and it's like, you know what?
That's
Let's
big in Yellowstone too, obviously.
100%.
Yeah.
They did it with
The woman, yeah.
the hippie
Yeah.
chick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they kind of do it with this lawyer who comes in, and she's like this hot, like 25-year-old lawyer. And she's like very skeptical about climate change, or not skeptical, but like about oil and gas. And she's like concerned about like the environment, you know? And Billy Bob's like, Taylor Sheridan writes this whole thing. It's like, well, we're going to take the next 7 minutes and we're going to just like, we're going to tell you guys why the future is not wind turbines or solar power. And you're like, okay, not subtle. And we've kind of lost, I feel like there were some other things that like, you know, that would move along the plot better than you going out of your way to just explain this stuff. And maybe some of that's true. I don't know. I don't really care. I'm just trying to get to the next scene and trying to move things along here. I don't know. It's a Taylor Sheridan thing that he will do from time to time. All in all, I am going to keep watching it. It is not Tulsa King. I've not touched Tulsa King season 2. I plan on it, but like Tulsa King, I'm watching mainly because I hate myself. Landman, I actually do kind of enjoy what they're trying to do. It is a very interesting career. It is, if you live in Texas.
I was on Paramount Plus, and they had Tulsa King as the #1 show and Landman as the #2 show. And
That's
I was like,
insane.
there's no way that this is true.
That's insane because Tulsa King's not a good show. It is. I'm mainly watching it as a bit. Landman, it's like, yeah, there is this world where you can go be a roughneck and have like minimal education and go make a ton of money working this very dangerous and important job. And I think it's cool to learn about. Even if it is, there is some insane stuff that's going down. And Allie Lauder's in it, and she finally makes her presence felt in episode 3. Got to say, if you're on the Brian Johnson trajectory, you will really, really like episode 3.
Okay.
If you were any way an Allie Lauder fan from back in the day, and we're talking whipped cream bikini Allie Lauder.
Guilty.
Wow. Okay. She's held up. Oh, and John Hamm and Demi Moore are in it, but they don't share any scenes with Billy Bob because they're in a different location, and Demi Moore has like 2 lines.
They'll get there.
And every time they show John Hamm and Demi Moore, who are married, Demi Moore's just in the pool swimming laps.
Okay.
And you're just
Like
like,
cold plunging 24/7.
it's just 24/7. It's very, very interesting. I would like to see more from both of them. And then Yellowstone. I am in on Yellowstone. Last night's episode was good. It's the world. It's crumbling. The world is crumbling around.
It's
Jamie.
always crumbling there, Dave.
It's shit. It's scary hours for our friends in Yellowstone. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Because Costner's not in it at all, right?
Yeah, and I can't get on board with that.
I'm not gonna spoil to y'all what happened to him. You may already know it, but
I heard.
okay. So they're having to recreate like some scenes with him, and they can't. They're doing the thing where it's like clearly not him, and they don't really show his face, but some very important things happen to him, and you're just like watching it. You're like, this isn't Kevin Costner.
No.
This is weird. This naked body is not Kevin Costner. I wonder who they got to fill in for the cost. Who knows? Whatever. It's television. Just watch it. It's fine. And be in on the bit. I need y'all to get in on Yellowstone. There's only
I like
3
that you're a
episodes.
Taylor Sheridan.
I'm going to
guy,
hop
Dave.
in at some point.
Look, I'm not
Hey.
willing to jump off the Taylor Sheridan ship. He did Sicario.
I get it. Hey guys, before you guys talk about our friends over at Muggsy, I need to run because with this time change, lunch and nap times have really thrown a wrench in my plans. I know we're not doing a thank bank today, but I am very thankful for all the backers out there. I hope everyone has a really good Thanksgiving, and I'm thankful for you guys having me on today remotely, even though I know it's kind of annoying to have someone call in every once in a while.
Thankful that you stopped by, Will. We appreciate you.
I wish I could stay for the full thing, but it is chaos upstairs, and we've got one sick kid who has allegedly just gone in his pants. So I'm gonna go confront that. And but I'll talk to you guys before Thanksgiving, obviously.
Okay.
But go Lions, go Cowboys.
All right, my
Loins.
friend. Have a good one.
All right.
Love you guys.
Love
Later,
you too.
Willie.
Later, bud.
Love you,
Bye.
dog.
Okay.
All right, now let's talk shit about Will.
Scumbag.
Fuck him. That was a really good remote performance from Will.
Yeah.
Good job, Randy.
Hey, thanks. Not producer week, just Thanksgiving week.
You mailed it in, but you're fucking doing it.
Got a 1-day work week. You just go all in on today, man. You're doing a great job.
Tomorrow, we should tease this. We got something dropping on Patreon.
Ah, yes.
Oh, yeah, we do have an episode dropping mañana. We recorded it last week.
Was it? Which one did we record? Was it
The worst
Worst
of.
ofs? Yeah.
With a
Worst
little bit
of.
of voicemails.
It was
at
a
the
combo.
end.
It was a
Yeah.
little bit of a combo platter. Not a triple dipper.
We did a voice he sprinkled in.
It's the mashed potatoes and gravy of the Patreon. How about that?
You think you're just going to sneak in a Sibian reference earlier and just everybody's going to move on because Will's remote?
What do you mean?
You know what you mean.
Don't make me bring out the Pringles can again.
Okay. Will mentioned our good friends at Muggsy. Guess what I'm wearing right now? I'm wearing them gray Muggsy jeans.
Hey, guess what I'm wearing right now? Those dark blue Muggsy jeans.
I wore Muggsy all weekend, but I do not have Muggsy on right now. They need to be washed.
I'll take your word for it.
I did, yeah.
Because that's not something that we joke about or lie about.
I wore my whitewashed jeans and matching jacket.
Hell yeah. Where'd you wear that?
Well, I brought it to the game in case it was going to be cool after the game, and I didn't really get to throw it on, so I just kind of brought it with me.
Did you tie it around your waist?
I did.
Like Jonathan Taylor Thomas?
I did actually tie it around my waist.
Here's the deal. Muggsy makes damn comfortable clothing for guys everywhere. See these 3 guys in the room right now? Guys like us. Muggsy started by reinventing the jeans game in 2015, and now they make the best jeans, chinos, tops, and joggers ever. Okay? Muggsy works exclusively with some of the best designers and manufacturers around the world to deliver the finest quality fabrics directly to your door. Look, they set out to make guys more comfortable at work, at the bar, on the course, wherever, and they give them one place to shop, and all that is accurate because I wear it all the time. I probably wear an item of Muggsy every day.
I'm
And I don't
Muggsy'd out.
I'm Mugsy'd out hard, man.
If you bump into me on the streets, it's a good chance you're bumping into some Muggsy at the same time.
If you bump into me on the streets, like straight up, you better apologize, but then you better compliment my Muggsy.
Yeah. We love Muggsy, man.
First time customers can get 20% back on their first order right now. That's pretty dang good, huh?
I think so.
All you need to do is head to Muggsy.com and enter your email, and then the discount's automatically applied to your cart. It's 20% back on the only jeans and pants you'll ever wear again. Free shipping and free returns on every single order. So the only risk is never knowing how truly great they are. You going to wear some in Amsterdam?
I'm bringing some to Amsterdam, yeah.
Are you really? Or is this some shit you're saying? 'Cause
No,
I'm going to be pissed off. I don't see
yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be pretty cold there. It's a perfect opportunity to wear one of the many pairs of Muggsy jeans that I own, and I proudly wear all the freaking time. So, yes.
Dillon's talking Amsterdam for a second here.
Doing that right now? Yeah, let's do it. Fuck it. I'm going to Amsterdam. I'll be there December 10th through, I think, the 12th. I'm not sure how they split the trip up exactly. I think that's about right. 10th to the 12th. And I mentioned it on one of the episodes that we did. I also talked about it in the Wash Weekly newsletter. To my surprise, there was a Reddit thread that popped up. We have some listeners out Amsterdam way. Did you know that, David?
Oh, very cool.
And they were wondering if I would like to meet up with them while I'm in town. The answer is 100% yes, I would love to. Here's the thing. I don't know much about Amsterdam. Famously, I've never been there. And I want you guys to help me pick the best spot. Even if it's just two of you guys, that's fine. That's fine with me. I would still love to meet up and grab a beer with someone that I can actually talk to. Because I'm not going to know anyone on this trip. So, yes, help me pick a place. It seems we have quite a few listeners there. And they mentioned also, I also learned from this thread on Reddit that I'm not going to be able to pronounce any of these places.
I'll go ahead and try.
There's Dutch is not my language. I don't even know how to begin trying to speak or like pronounce some of these words.
Yes.
But I'm very interested in a meetup probably on the, it's probably going to be Thursday. The Thursday, which is, let's look at the calendar here. I know I'm kind of doing this just off the cuff, but
He's
that's
looking
okay.
at the calendar, folks.
That's okay. Thursday will be the 12th. So the 12th of December, that's the day I'm kind of penciling in for a little meetup situation. I plan to do as much sightseeing as I can. So I'm going to have my walking shoes on. I want to walk the streets, get some pics off. I want to check out the canals, all that shit. Am I going to do the Anne Frank house? I'm not sure. Not sure if I'm going to have enough time. I'm sure that'd be dope.
Wow.
But I do want to meet up. I don't want to go to just one bar.
Would it be dope, though?
I want to do some pub hopping.
Pub hopping, absinthe.
With the Anne Frank house?
Yeah.
It would. That's a very important piece of this world's history. I would like to see it. Yeah.
Just you. I think
dope
you should
might
go.
not be the word, but extremely interesting, informative, interesting, profound.
That is probably. I'm trying to think when you start learning about that. Elementary school at some point, or maybe that's a little young. But anyway,
maybe
it's
a little young.
That is something that you've thought about and read the diary of and books about your whole life, if you've gone to school in America, and it would be really, really like surreal to see it.
Absolutely,
right?
Surreal is probably the best word
because you've imagined it in your head.
Yeah,
like and then
yeah.
I can still see what I thought. I remember what I thought it looked like.
Someone gave me a tip to purchase ticket online, and you can get maybe. To avoid lines because it can be a lengthy line from what I understand. But
dude,
I'm so excited for Amsterdam.
If I'm in Amsterdam, I'm not avoiding lines.
Okay.
I think most of that shit's legal.
I'm going to Madrid as well. If we can do a similar situation in Madrid, I would love to do that also. I don't know much about Madrid. My sister lived there for a year and a half, so I should probably talk to her. But give me some Madrid recs, and if there's a chance to grab a drink with someone in Madrid, I would also love to do that.
Shout out to all the branch Meridians out there. Madridians,
yeah. I'm so excited. This is going to be great. But yes, a meetup. Let's not call it a meetup. Let's go get beers together. It's going to be a very low-key, casual situation.
It's a pub crawl with Dillon.
It's a pub crawl with Dillon. Let's call it that.
Was Barrett not just in Madrid, or did they not do Madrid for their honeymoon?
Barcelona.
Is that where?
I think he went to Barcelona, yeah.
Okay.
I could be wrong. He may have done Madrid too. Anyway.
Interesting.
Talk to me. Holler at a player. I'm very much looking forward to this.
Randy, what all is legal in Amsterdam?
Sex.
You could have sex there.
Yeah. The cannabis coffee shops are a big thing there.
Weed.
People just drink coffee and smoke pot, which sounds really dope. I might get mega high while I'm there. I don't know yet.
Yeah.
Ladies of the night.
Yeah, I heard you could ride a Sibian in the red light.
The red-
What's your problem?
The red light district. I want to see it.
Yeah.
I want to walk through it and be like, okay,
Oh, you're gonna be a hot commodity.
okay. But I'm not going to dip into a shop and be like, hell, what's it cost for
You
this?
know, a motherfucker hates to see Dillon walking through the red light district.
One? Why?
I don't know. You're just a fucking problem.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I am a problem.
They're gonna be like, please come in here. Please. Just
Man, am I excited. Dave, I'm sad that you weren't able to go on this trip, but I'm not that sad because
Nah.
I got to slide right in.
it's gonna be dope, man.
Yeah.
I want you to do one I want you to have one psychedelic experience. I want you to do something that you're like, wow, I'm gonna
Can I
do
smoke,
it.
Can I smoke pot instead?
Yeah, I want you to. If you smoke pot, it's got to be like real sticky though,
Extra sticky pot.
like dipped in embalming fluid and absinthe.
Do they have the stickiest pot there?
I don't know.
I don't
I doubt
either.
it.
Yeah.
I feel like we could get some stickier shit here.
What a photogenic city Amsterdam is.
Yeah,
Beautiful. Can't wait. Cannot wait. The canals,
Wow.
man.
it's crazy.
Someone told me to do a canal tour. I'm not sure if I want to do that. I don't have a whole lot of time.
What do you call somebody from Amsterdam?
Amsty? I don't know.
Dutch.
Yeah, there you go.
So Amsterdam is in Dutchland?
It is
Deutschland, right?
in the Netherlands.
No, that's
Isn't that Germany?
Germany. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, man.
Yeah.
Hold on, pull up a map, Jamie.
It is in the Netherlands. I believe it borders Belgium
Oh, y'all.
and maybe Germany on the other side.
What are you gonna do if World War III pops off? Are you gonna go over and start fucking throwing down, squabbing?
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab the nearest rifle and hop in.
Just you just grab all
Yeah.
rifle.
Yeah.
Here we go. We got they're
Just
looking.
Point me to the good side. I'm fighting for them.
You pull up in like a Avenger style. You walk through the little portal and it's Dillon just with one little single shot rifle. They're like, you know what? We got Dorn.
Oh man. Yeah, so we got Belgium to the south, we have Germany to the east. And then the English Channel's right there. It's along the water.
That's sick.
I know. I'm pumped, man. This is gonna be dope.
Wait, what? Okay.
This is like a bucket list city for me. So to knock this out on a work trip is pretty great.
I bet the public transportation's really dope too. That's what I like to think about when I think about these cities.
Yeah, it might be. It
Cool.
might be. Yeah.
Well, dope.
Yeah.
Where do we want to go from here?
What do we got on the Ronnie?
I mean,
you
I
wanna
could get,
talk-
I
you
could
wanna
get
talk-
sentimental.
You want to talk Rainey Street and how it's just a shell of its former self?
So the last time I went to Rainey Street was for our South by Southwest meetup 2 South bys ago.
Same.
And that was not at Eisenhower's. That was at a different bar. Do you remember that bar, Randy?
Not little brother. Something hands. Idle. Something.
Idle Hands sounds right.
Look it up.
Anyway, and it's very cliche in Austin to be like, God, dude, Rainey's changed so much. It's crazy going down there. And let me tell you, went down there yesterday, like I mentioned earlier. It's insane. It is. If you were to write in a movie about an area that used to be a cool bar district that has just been overrun by condominium towers and whatnot, it is Rainey Street.
What years? What its height was? What era? 20
Hipster Dave would say
2010 through 2015.
So Eisenhower's did 14 years there. So before Eisenhower's, you had Luster Pearl, and there was one other bar.
Luster Pearl was one of the originals, I believe.
And there is still Luster
Eisenhower's
Pearl
was really
there.
early.
Yeah, 2010. Luster Pearl's still there, but it moved up the way, and it's not the same. But yeah, I'd say from 2010 to 20, I'll even give it 2016, 2018. when it was like the ultimate. If you don't have kids, go down there on a Sunday and go off, get you some sangria, whatever. It was a great day drinking spot. And then like at some point after like 2020, it became like okay, still go down there during the day, but like once the sun goes down, it's kind of zombie land. People are very, very, very much trying to hold on to the party.
Yeah.
People who went down there at like 1 and they're still out at like 8:00. Their PEDs aren't working anymore and they don't need to be in public.
How many bars are there, like active bars currently on the main part of Rainey?
It's hard to say because a lot of the condominium towers have the first floor bars in them, like under them. So like, yeah, those are
So
technically
they're still
bars,
trying to hold on to
but
like the
it's
bar
like
scene.
a little bit, but
I see.
it does not have the character it
God,
had.
it's been so long. I didn't know that was a thing there.
And then you walk by like Eisenhower's and like that row, there's a stretch of like 4 or 5 bars. I don't know how many of them are original. I don't think really any of them outside of Mike's, Eisenhower's, but that's a cool spot. But then directly like 20 yards across the street from Eisenhower is like just like a giant tower that I didn't even remember them building. And it's sad to see a place you liked like that just get turned over.
Yeah. A Saturday in the spring back in 2016, like a nice weather day, that was the place to be.
So great.
It was absolutely just, the streets were just flooded with people.
Yeah.
Day drinking.
And it's in a weird spot. It's like parallel to 35 and it's also like 75 yards from I-35.
Did you see any dead bodies floating?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
That I'd like to discuss publicly.
You didn't meet the Ripper?
Well, if I did, that person didn't introduce themselves to me as the Ripper.
Okay.
No, they didn't give them they weren't like, hey, you've seen the news. I'm actually the
I'm
guy.
the guy. Don't tell anybody.
Or gal. You never know. No, and honestly, I didn't think about the Ripper once until I got home. I was like, oh, I could have been a prime target.
If he met you and he decided you weren't kill worthy.
Isn't it usually like handsome gay guys that die?
A lot of handsome gay guys got, unfortunately, yes.
I am neither handsome nor gay.
I say a lot. It was a few, I think.
It was a few.
Yeah.
I'm not Ripper material, allegedly. And that's fine. I'm fine with that. Now you, on the other hand,
I don't know.
you're a handsome devil.
I don't know, Dave.
I'm putting you on kidney watch in Amsterdam.
What? Why would you put that out there?
I'm just saying, you wake up in a ice bath.
Uh-oh.
You're not on that Brian Johnson shit. You might be. He might be stealing your kidney or liver.
I don't want to lose a kidney.
What do you think is better, in better shape, your kidney or your liver?
I think they're both operating optimally.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
This is why people don't like Dillon. He's so fucking cocky.
Because I think I have good organs.
Yeah. Oh, well, here he goes. Best organ guy.
What do kidneys do?
Filter for your pee-pee. It's a filtering.
It's a pee-pee filter?
Yeah.
Rainey?
All I know is when you hold it too long.
Filter
sometimes-
waste and extra water from the blood and help maintain body's chemical balance.
Oh, look at this guy.
Well, that's AI's overview, so that might be completely wrong because Google AI stinks.
And I know the liver helps with the alcohol situation in your system. What else does it do?
It's just chill vibes.
Okay.
It's like your body's chill vibes.
Okay. What does the liver do, Randy? Talk to me.
Liver does something. A kidney filters your blood and urinary tract stuff. Liver.
Just like a detoxing organ.
Helps digest food, removes toxic substances
Yep.
from the body, converts harmless substances, produces
What was that?
clotting factors.
You're doing a podcast here. You might want to stop mumbling.
Helps support metabolism, immunity, digestion, detoxification, and vitamin storage.
That one does a lot. That does the heavy
yeah.
lifting in the organs.
It's an important one.
And
You got to
it
have
regenerates.
Oh,
that. Oh, that's
If you
good.
remember from Do You Know It?
you learned something. People say you don't learn anything on this show. I've learned a lot.
Same. Well, pour one out to the old Rainey Street, which is, like I said, a very different scene now.
Randy, I'm bummed you didn't join me down there.
Yeah.
By the way, I meant to bring this up. I must have missed the invite.
I talked to you out there, and I thought you had parks.
I did not have Park Sunday.
Fuck.
You did not talk to me.
I set it out there on Thursday or Friday.
Must have said it while I stepped out. No, that's fine. No, I didn't want to hang out with my friends anyway.
Hey, that I'm putting my hand up. That's on me. I'm willing to make amends for my mistakes, and I will do that by wishing you a very, very fantastic Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Does that do it?
I'm not sure that makes up for it entirely, but
I hope your kidney does not get taken in Amsterdam or
Okay.
Madrid.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Does that help? I hope you wake up in an ice bath, but it's like a helpful ice bath that like makes you feel good.
I don't want to wake up in one. I want to voluntarily put myself into one if
Okay.
I'm going to take an ice bath.
I hope you go on a bar crawl for the ages with the backers.
You know what? Me too. That would be excellent.
And I'm a little wondering why we have so many backers in, where did we say this is? Holland?
Netherlands.
The Netherlands.
The Netherlands. And that's
Amsterdam.
that's somewhere near Italy, right?
Yes.
I'm just making people
it's,
punch air. I'm kidding.
It's closer than we are to Italy.
I'm
right
very-
now,
I'm
that's for
very-
sure.
I'm very jealous. I do love that area. I've never had a desire to go to Spain. I'll just say it. But Amsterdam, that whole scene, I want to do it once.
You don't want to run with the Bulls?
No, don't. Are you gonna run with the fucking Bulls?
Yes.
With his Doms? No way. He's gonna be
Oh
gored.
yeah.
He's gonna be a gore watch.
the Doms went away.
Why
Al Gore
tempt
over
fate?
here.
You already ran with the horses.
I didn't choose to run with the horses. The horses
No.
ran me down.
What if you find yourself running from the Bulls just out of nowhere? Like it's not even like they just escaped.
I will not be going to Pamplona, of course, where the running of the bulls occurs.
Okay.
I don't think so. It might get a crazy hair and catch a train, but I don't think so.
Well, if you want to know what I'll be doing while you're doing all that, I don't know. I'll probably just be trying to win up to 100 times my money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. Is that okay if
That's
I do
a
that?
good way to spend a holiday.
You mind if I go off about our good friends at Prize Picks? It's the best way to get action on sports in over 30 states, including California, Florida, Georgia, and Texas. Prize Picks is the only real money daily fantasy platform with an injury insurance policy so that your lineups stay in play even if one of your players gets injured. If your player leaves in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks keeps your lineup live. That's pretty dope.
That is very dope.
Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. I mean, like, I don't know. We have so many people going off in the NFL. Like Justin Jefferson, more than 83 and a half yards. Like, that seems obvious.
Saquon really buried me last night in fantasy.
Yeah, me too. But luckily I had him on Prize Picks
There it is.
for one
There you
touchdown. How about
Silver
multiple?
lining.
What did he do? Like 250 multiple
I don't want to talk
all-purpose
about it.
yards?
He put up a 50 burger on fantasy.
That's pretty nasty. Cook up hot takes with your friends and win real money this football season when you and your crew run your game on Prize Picks. Prize Picks also offers weekly promotions that can lead to big payouts like Taco Tuesday. Each Tuesday, Prize Picks discounts select player projections up to 25% to provide even more value for your lineups. So remember, go to Prize Picks, download the app today, and use code STEAM. Get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, download the app, use code STEAM, get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup, and then have some fun. Prize Picks, run your game. So, Randy, we know you're bailing. You're leaving town.
See ya.
Mentally, you left like 2 weeks ago.
Sure.
But where are you headed?
Northwest Indiana.
Why aren't you driving, Hoss?
Because that's 19 hours.
Okay, not that bad.
Do it. Don't do it.
God,
Fly.
I don't even want to drive like an hour anywhere.
Where do you fly into?
Midway.
Oh,
I'm going to fly out of O'Hare.
Chi
though.
Town.
cool. You should go by the Bean.
I might go to the city Friday or Saturday. We'll see. But
Chicago's
otherwise,
dope, man.
Just going to be, it's fun.
What's that weather looking like, Hoss?
Cold. Absolutely cold.
It's that lake effect.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think at one night is going to be down to 12 degrees. So we're not getting any single digits, but still. I don't know if there's any snow on the ground still, but I don't think they're calling for any snow while I'm up there. But it's going to be cold. I'm
Oh.
going to be doing nothing, just hanging out with the fam.
You gonna be trying to get some digits?
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
No?
Nope.
Okay.
How far is that drive from Midway to your parents?
About 45 minutes.
I didn't give Randy proper credit until I went there for the second time, Chicago, because we give him shit for Northwest Indiana, not kind of claiming the Chicago area, but once you get there and kind of look, you're like, oh,
It's very Europe-y in that everything seems so close.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a stupid thing to say, but like when we flew in to go to Kentucky, and it's like, yeah, well, this is here, this is there. Everything I felt was it was drivable from where we were. It's kind of weird.
Randy, you gonna do any bits? You got any content planned?
No, but I never have content planned. I just let it speak to me and then I do it.
Wow.
Damn. You posted anything recently?
How's your broken toe video going?
It's doing fine. It's doing fine. I thought I'd do better, but
He did a reel
Video.
over the weekend, Dave.
I didn't see it.
It was
Take a
very
look.
Randy coded.
oh yeah, give me a like. Hey, give me a like. Actually, I'm gonna put it on my story.
There you go, man.
Get some more views.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, going to Northwest Indiana. We'll be back here Saturday night. That's pretty much it. Just hang out with the family, eating turkey. I don't think we're eating turkey. I hate turkey. I think we're doing ham. I hope we're doing ham. Ham's way better.
So we're doing I don't know if he listens, but there's a barbecue spot, and this guy either used to listen or still does. But we are getting a smoked turkey.
Ooh.
It's out in Oak Cliff, and I don't have the name in front of me, but I'll post when I'm going to go pick it up Wednesday.
We are deep frying.
You're doing the deep fry.
Deep fry.
Okay. Remember, PSA, don't put your frozen turkey in the frying oil.
It should be room temp when it goes in.
Otherwise, you will light your porch on fire.
Otherwise, it's big trouble.
You'll look like episode 1 of Landman. Little callback. Yeah, don't do that. You see those videos every year, and at this point, people are just doing it to create the fire, just to go viral. But don't do it. Not worth it. Yeah, we're doing the smoked turkey, doing that whole bit. We're going up at some point this week. Still haven't decided what day. But I'm putting out some feelers, hoping to get a golf invite. I'm 0 for 2. I'm hitting up the country club boys, and they're like, "Oh man, can't do it, man. Can't do it. Going out of town for the family." And I'm just like, how do I get a golf invite? So if anybody wants to play golf like Friday morning, I'm up for grabs.
Wait, I missed it. Are you going to be here?
No, I'm gonna be in Duncanville.
Okay. When
Yeah, headed up
When are
there.
you heading up there?
I don't know.
You going to be here tomorrow for Barrett's thing?
I believe it's trending that way.
Okay.
Not my choice.
I'm going.
Okay.
I'm going to throw down some Frosty Boys.
Okay. Go turbo on.
Yeah, I'll be here. Not going anywhere for Thanksgiving. Gonna be just gonna go hang out with Chelsea until we're actually delaying it until Saturday, our actual Thanksgiving meal, because some family will be out of town. So we're celebrating Saturday. Yeah, we're deep frying a turkey. I'm making my famous beer rolls, some other stuff, and then we got a big football game Saturday. Big game. Means a lot around these parts. Big Texas game.
Trying to figure out where
We got the Aggies
my Panthers play. They're
At-
play Saturday.
at College Station.
That's a big game.
Big game.
That's a real big game. I still
Rivalry renewed.
I wish you were going. I wish I was going. I've never been to Kyle Field.
I haven't either.
Yeah. Anyway, I got really no plans. My sister and her family are not going to be with us on Thanksgiving. They're actually in England right now, in London, doing a little trip over there.
Out London way.
Yeah. Did you know that Salt Bay's okay? So she took a picture of Salt Bay's restaurant. I need to just send this picture to Randy. I'm really sorry I did not do this earlier, but I meant to put this on the rundown. If you were Salt Bay, or if you had to guess how Salt Bay advertised his restaurant, what do you think it would look like? Do you think it would be like, Vince Young Steakhouse or Salt Bay Steakhouse? What do you think would happen?
I don't know. I think he's in the campaign. Like he inserts himself in it. It's like, this is Salt Bay's place.
Okay.
And he's got the white V-neck undershirt on and his shades.
Well, what if I told you that he is not only featured outside of the restaurant, he is rather shittily done so. Randy, I just sent it to you. It is like the generic photo, like from the first Salt Bay viral video. And it's just like him, and it almost looks like a cardboard cutout. It's him just air sprinkling. Doesn't that look terrible?
Oh my God.
How Bush League is that?
You don't put that on an upscale steakhouse.
No,
That's lame.
it's bizarre.
This is London?
Yeah. And my sister sent me that, and I was like, that is shockingly terrible looking.
That's terrible.
It's like
That's bad.
That's basically what I saw when I was getting my buffet nachos, and I turned around at the Golden Knights game and said, "What's up, Salt Bay?" And then he just gave me the air salt and walked off. Didn't say a word.
Man, we didn't talk about the Glen Powell lookalike contest over the weekend
That's a real hard pivot.
at Auditorium Shores.
Dillon took the ball and took it in a different direction.
I just got
but no, we
served. I
didn't.
just got served an Instagram about it. That's why I'm bringing it up.
We got to stop doing these.
The lookalikes.
They're harmless, but they just make me feel bad because I don't look like Glenn Powell and I can't go enter.
Looked like some hot dudes showed up.
You see the guy that was doing the Dua Lipa lookalike contest at his apartment?
No.
That's all it was.
Okay.
It's like Dua Lipa contest at my apartment. Just come by.
Is it true that the winner of this gets a cameo in a
Apparently.
Glenn Powell movie? Because that's kind of insane.
You got to think some single ladies made their way out to the Glen Powell lookalike.
Oh, they did.
contest.
The guy who won it, he was the guy in the flight suit. He did Top Gun 2, Glenn Powell.
Mhm.
He did quite well
Yeah.
for himself. A lot of dudes out there look like Glenn Powell, surprisingly.
Very cool.
All right. Well, everybody have a great Thanksgiving. Any parting words, Randy?
Gobble,
Dylan?
gobble, gobble.
Just like to say, I'm going to echo what Will said earlier. Very thankful for everyone who listens to us and gives us the opportunity to do this for a living. It's still a fantastic job, and it's because of you guys. So thank you very, very, very much.
Yeah, and I'd like to expound on that.